We're talking to all of you girl dads and moms out there that could use a little motivation to raise that bossy daughter of yours into a stronger leader. And as the dad of two girls, I can definitely learn a few things from this. Behavioral pediatrician Dr. Tim Jordan offers some tips in his new book called She Leads! Exclamation point. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know what the problem is. My girls have been bossing me around for a long time now.
Sure.
There's that they are leaders in my house.
But it's not just women who get labeled in the office place as being the B word or aggressive when they're just being assertive. It's also little kids. I had a 4-year-old who I saw not too long ago whose mom said that the preschool teacher had labeled her as a queen bee at 4.
Okay.
I had another girl in 3rd grade who was at a parent-teacher conference with her mom, and the teacher was telling the mom, your little daughter is so bossy that if she doesn't change her ways, she's not going to ever make any friends. The little girl overheard this, and she shut down. She stopped speaking up, raising her hand, advocating for herself because she was so afraid of making people mad and having no friends. So
we don't want that.
Little kids get labeled as being bossy and oppositional defiant disorder, angry, when they're really just powerful little kids.
So in your book, what do you mean by needing to redefine leadership and power then?
If I ask a group of girls, which I've done a bunch of times, who are the leaders in your school? They'll say the student council president, the team captain, the queen bee, the popular kids, the cheerleader. But in reality, most kids don't fit that bill, that role. But there are so many ways that girls are being courageous and strong and leaders. Things like somebody who includes everybody, somebody who notices a kid who's being left out, somebody who doesn't care what other people think, somebody who doesn't allow words or rumors to hurt them, somebody who dresses the way they want, somebody who brings the class together. There are so many ways that girls show strength and leadership, but those are the kids who are not noticed or acknowledged. The kids who get acknowledged are the loud, popular, whatever kids.
All right, so here we are in an election year where for sure an old white guy is going to lead the country for the next 4 years, all right? Or at least for the next 4.5 years, I guess. How do we put that into context for our girls and not let them get discouraged by what they're seeing?
I had a grade school girl recently tell me that she wanted to be president of the United States, but she had changed her mind. She was going to be a veterinarian instead. And I said, well, why'd you change your mind? And she said, I don't want to be yelled at all the time. Because kids are noticing how leaders are criticized all the time, right? So instead of criticizing leaders, I suggest to parents, whether it's a politician or whether it's a principal of your school or the coach of your team, if there's something you don't like, put yourself in that person's shoes and say, if I was president of the United States, how would I react to this? How would I solve that problem? If you don't like the way that the time is being divvied up on your soccer team, instead of criticizing the coach, say, if I was a coach, what would you do? If I was the principal of my school, how would I handle this problem? So you start putting yourself in the shoes of the leader. You start seeing yourself as a leader. And if you see yourself as a leader, you're much more likely to become a leader.
And how do we explain the difference between, I see this question down here, between aggressive and assertive? I think that's an important one.
It's a big one because so many girls today still have that good girl conditioning that they're absorbing, which says don't be too much, not too out there, not too loud, not too whatever. And so if I do a role play where I see somebody just setting a boundary, or someone going to a friend saying, I don't really appreciate when you say that, I'll ask the girls, what do you think about that? They'll say, oh, she's being mean, or she's being aggressive. They don't know the difference between assertive and aggressive. So I tell parents, role play at home. Or if you notice something happening on TV or in a movie or in a TV show, somebody being assertive or aggressive, ask your kids, what did you notice there? They need a chance to understand that they need to be assertive. They need to take care of themselves. And that doesn't mean that people are going to hate you and go away.
That's right.
It just means you're taking care of yourself.
We need to prop women and girls up into these positions because we're missing half the good leaders in the world if we don't.
Right.
And that's for sure. There's no question about that. Thank you. Good luck with the book.
Yeah, thanks.
Again, the book is Girls Lead, right?
She Leads.
She Leads. She Leads is the name of that book. Thank you, Dr. Jordan. We will post a link to Dr. Jordan's blog on our website, kmov.com/great day.
Fantastic conversation.
Yeah, it really was.
Isn't it? That could go on for a while.
It could.